welcome to this new episode of Continuum Gaming, this time around in English, as you may already have noticed, and today we are going to have a look at 3 different games again. The interesting part about this is that I'm not sure what kind of language I should use for these kind of videos now. So if you have any thoughts about that, please put them down below in the commentary section, because I think English is a better way to go, because otherwise other people can't see them, and so I'm not really sure what to do here. On the other side, I like the alternating stuff, so I could go with a German version, an English version, and so on and so forth. Just put your thoughts in the commentary section down below, and we will decide on base more or less on that, or consider it at least. And so please let me know what you think about that. Okay, and today we are going to have another 3 games episode. So in this case, it's going to be cars paint by number, random words, and tiny blocky cars, which are going to be the games we are going to have a look at. And of course, my name is Gerald, and as always, I've got a couple of different things with me, which are, for instance, the Foldable keyboard like this. It's a keyboard that can be, for instance, connected to a smartphone or something. With Bluetooth, and on the other hand we are going to have a Bluetooth mouse again too, so that one is of course connectable to the smartphone itself too. In the end there could be the Xbox One as wireless controller, but we are not going to use it for now, because in this episode there is no game that is really supporting it in a very good way, so we are not going to use it. And we are going to use the other device I showed you before. And of course, the main thing, or the base of everything here, is the Lumia 950 XL, which is the smartphone. It's a Lumia 950 XL with a Mozo cover at the back. It's a wood cover, and it has Windows 10 Mobile on it, which is Continuum enabled in this case, and can be used, for instance, to use the smartphone and produce some kind of a desktop-like experience, as you can see it here, by just connecting the smartphone by wireless or by the USB-C cable you see here to, for instance, a USB-C hub I have at the side here, and that one is going to be connected to the TV in this case by HDMI, and like that we can project or get those informations on there from the smartphone, so there's no computer involved and nothing else. If you want to know more about that, please have a look at the corner up there. There are a couple of different other videos where I'm going to talk about that more in depth. And other than that, let's start with the first game. The first game is Cars Paint by Number Vehicle Coloring Book. So it's more or less a coloring book, and the nice thing about it is that there are a couple of different options available in there. And there we go. And interesting about that is that you can, for instance, paint different cars, of course, but in a very, more or less nice and doable way. So it's not about coloring with some kind of shadow in case or something. So no images that can't be produced by you and are just produced with the help of, I don't know, the gradient and stuff like that that are available in this game. But as you can see, it's a small little game, so we are going to have a look at that for a short while. So first off, go to play, and if you click on that, then you can see you have a couple of different options here to paint, and we are going to start with the first one, which is the only one that is open at the moment, as the others have to be more or less unlocked by more or less solving all the other stuff here. So first off, of course, we can, for instance, pinch in, or in this case, use the mouse wheel to zoom in, zoom out, and can go, for instance, to one of the fields here. And if you did that, then just tap on the different fields, and they are going to be in the new color. Of course, what we are doing at the moment is more or less a small little introduction video, where they are going to show us that, for instance, we can do something, come on, no, press, hold and move. So press, and then we are going to move around, as you can see, and the color is going to be selected. So in the end, it's a color book for maybe children, but I'm not sure. If you want to do it yourself, just do it, it's fine too. And in the end you're going to have a couple of different options to color everything here. So by this, for instance, if I'm going to click on that, go to play again and go to the coloring one. At this point, do you want to resume? Yes, I want to. Give it some kind of loading time there. And now, as you can see, we have a couple of different options here. For instance, we can go with different colors. So just paint it in a different way. You can select everything here. You can draw with your own colors. So just select them in this RGB selection option here. If it go to that, click there. Might want to zoom in a little bit so the numbers are shown, and if the numbers are shown, then you should be able to select something here, for instance those. Save. Yeah, I want to use that color, please. And draw them. As you can see, you can only draw the grayish ones, so if you selected one of the colors down below here, which are selectable by you, so in the end I'm not sure why they're doing that, but in the end, as you can see, you can just draw them now. And the interesting part is, this is more or less some kind of a small little task for you to do. So if you want to, for instance, give this to one of your children to play on the road or something, this might be a good option for you. Just try it out. I think it's fun if you like to draw stuff, and of course it's very structured, I would say, so everybody should be able to understand it, and you don't have to be very creative or something to really do this, but just try it out. I think it's a nice little one, especially if you like the cars that are available there, and you're going to have to go through the different hoops here to get the different cars out of this game. So just try it out. Okay, so next one is very hard, if you ask me. It's called Random Words, and Random Words is one of these games where I really understand it very and pretty fast and easily. In 1 second, we are going to go to all apps list, go to, where are you? Not in here, so I have to search for it. Random. There we go, Random Words. And if I click on that, then you will be able to see more or less this little start screen, of course. And the start screen itself is already showing you what the game is going to be. So we are going to have a game where you are selecting different, more or less words, which are in one of the different games here. So as you can see, play now. I'm not even sure if it's always German or if it's going to be English and German. So in the end, of course, for you it's a different one. If you want to play, you already have to do what you're going to have to do in the game itself. So pretty interesting, pretty neat way to use the menu as an instruction video, more or less. And I'm going to turn around and see what's going on here. As you can see, up here you are going to have to select different words, and in the end you have a couple of different seconds for that. And now you're just going to search for words in your language. That's very important in this kind of scenario. Problem about all this is they are pretty hard to find, if you ask me, and I'm not really sure. This, for instance, is not a German word, so we're not going to be able to do that. If you don't know, just use one of the hints here, and you're going to be able to kill something, and then you're going to be more or less able to try it again with another one here. But again, I really find it hard to find words. Sometimes I see them in an instant, and sometimes I just don't. This, for instance, is very hard or even unfair. Somehow there is burger, if you ask me, but it's not really there. You can't reach it, and so you really have to search for something different there. So let's see what we are going to have here in this case. In general, I find 1 or 2 of the words and then I'm out here. So in the end, if you are better at this, try it out. It's really fun if you like this kind of very challenging word puzzle or word game. And this one is really hard to solve in many different situations, if you ask me. Where could it be? I'm not really sure what we could do. Ted, for instance, but Ted is not a German word, so it's not going to work in this case. Clear. I really don't know. What could be a word here? I'm not really sure. I'm going to use one of those again just in case and see if we get something different here. Where, for instance, is a German word. We can use that. Very short, of course, so not many points, but still better than nothing. Voll should be a German one, but they are not going to, or leer maybe, I'm not sure, but they're not going to give us that option. Let's see. Loose. Okay, this might be one. Sinn. Yep, got it. Neu is another one. Okay, fine too. Nimm. In would be one, but it's too short. So it has to be at least 3 letters, I think. Let's see, can we do something else? No. There are probably a lot of words in here, but I just don't get them. Ort, Tor. This is Tor. Or Ton. Both are possible. Okay. Next one would be Sif, Sa. Really not my game. Mütze, Münze, nothing. Münz. There's no E available, so that won't work. Yeah, as mentioned before, it's a very hard game. If you like those kind of games, try it out. It's a word game. Today is not my day to do those, but just try them out. I think it's a fun little game if you really are into very hard word games. So try it out then. Okay, so and the next thing is Tiny Blocky Cars. Tiny Blocky Cars is a small game where you are going to drive around in a small little vehicle. This one in the end, at the start at least. And I'm going to turn around to show you everything. You can play it with your finger, with your mouse, or with your keyboard, depending on what you would like to play with. Everything is fine, so all of them are going to work pretty nicely. But I tend to use the keyboard for it, but just try it out. I think everything is fine here. Okay, so first off, let's have a look what we can do here. For instance, we can have a look at the different other cars, but at the start you're going to drive with this one. And other than that, we are going to click on that. You can do music on or off. Going to increase the sound volume here. So here we go. And now just hit the play button. Yes, we are going to use that one. And now, as you can see, there are different options to play this. So you can, for instance, tap on one of the sides of your car to start and to go into that direction. The car is going to move into that direction. It's not going to jump around or something. So be very careful about that. And of course, you can do the same if you're pressing A and D on your keyboard. So if you're driving with the keyboard, that's perfectly fine too. Maybe even easier, I don't know. Most important thing to notice here is that you are not allowed to hit other cars. So what you want to do is you are going to go for those goals we already saw there. And to reach them, you just have to avoid the other cars here. Try not to hit anything else Neither. Okay, done. In the end, as you can see, this is a game. You're going to drive around with your car. You're going to try to not run into the obstacles, more or less. So let's go and try it again. I just like the game somehow. It's an easy one. Or mediocre easy, I don't know. And all you have to do is you're going to have to try and get all the different aims here you saw there. And for that, for that you are not allowed to hit any other car. You can't slow down or something, so it's going to be in that speed you see there. Nothing else is possible. And I think at least. Yeah, you're going to go in that speed, that's all that's possible there. And now we are going to run around and drive here. And as you can see, it's always a little bit of a... Okay, I'm just stupid today. It's always a little bit of a challenge to turn around the car in the right way. You'll see it will be something like 45 degrees or something per click you are doing. Same if you are clicking, of course. And other than that, I think you have a lot of time for it, at least in this level. So just take your time, drive around, try to go where you can go. And already hit it again. Okay, next one. I just want to get to the 2 flag version there. Other than that, it's not going to be... Oh, come on. Not fun. It was really bad. Not a problem of the game or something, it's just a problem of me. I didn't sleep too well last night, so as you can see, this one is going to give me a headache. But still, you're going to drive around with a small little car here. You're going to be able to use the keyboard, use your mouse for it to drive around and navigate around. And then you're just trying to get as many aims there, those flags are the aims, as possible, and then you're going to reach some kind of a score. As you can see, I've got 4,200, and that's not enough to be anywhere. So in the end, to go into the ranks, I have to be a little bit better. And yeah, this is more or less what this game is all about. Just drive around, try to get all the different aims, and yeah, increase your high score. Okay. And like this is more or less the episode. I hope you had fun with it. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired today. Still, I hope you had fun with it. And if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to talk about something, put it down into the commentary section, especially about the language stuff we talked at the start there. And other than that, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Give this a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. And see you at the next video, at the next weekend. So have a nice day, have a great time, and see you around. Bye. Bye.